Hi there, my name is Samuel, and today we shall be taking a look at the 21317 Steamboat Willie, which it does contain 751 pieces, 2 minifigures, and did originally retail for £80, $90, and €90, I do believe, as well. And yeah, this set honestly is really cool. You get Mickey, you get Minnie, who have the silver elements, and this was a time when Lego sort of made a bit of a, what do we call it, they sort of got around it, trying to get away without saying they included new pieces because they put them in the minifigure series, which maybe that's the reason they put them in. Anyway, that is what happened. And yeah, so this set, guys, you get Steamboat Willie, which is of classic cartoon, which created animation as we know it today, and of course a Disney. And this was like Walter Disney's first big project. But yeah, honestly, this is such a good set, guys. I know this set has got quite a lot of hate for it to being quite an expensive set, but you can find it on deals. All I can say is just look on eBay. There are some really good deals. But yeah, I thought I'd take a look at this set, and please tell me, does this lighting look okay? Because I'm actually filming it at 7:06 in the evening on Monday, just before December. So I just want to say, is the quality still fine? Because I just thought I'd do it with a more of a bland as coloured set. So please tell me, guys, because then that means I can do more videos in the future in the evenings, and if not, I will just do them in the day. So please tell me that, guys. But if you've gone to enjoy this video, leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And without further ado, let's take a look at the minifigures and the build itself. Builds, plural. So taking a look at Mickey and Minnie Mouse, these variations are practically the same ones from the minifigure series. The only difference is that the silver is swapped out for light grey, which, now that I'm thinking about it, I think the only reason they did that was so they could get past the error of no new elements. Because like I said before, with Doctor Who, the way they managed to get past it is they did dimensions as well. I feel like it was one of those sets when they're like, oh, let's try not to. But then thankfully they did decide to for Sesame Street and hopefully Winnie the Pooh. But anyway, taking a look at the minifigures here, you can see we have Minnie and Mickey, or Mickey on the left and Minnie on the right. Here you can see we have this tile which says turkey in the straw, hey hey, which that is a piece of music. I don't think I've seen Steamboat Willie for a long time. I should watch it on Disney Plus at some point, but black and white honestly bores me. It's like, I watched a black and white movie this year. It's painful, honestly. I'm not being like, honestly, guys, if you love the movies, it's great, but I just can't, like, it's so bland. I just can't, it just doesn't like keep my attention for long enough. But anyway, Mickey and Minnie, you can see there's a bit of spillage on the nose. But yeah, honestly, these look really good minifigures. You can see that she has the guitar, which is pretty cool. And yeah, honestly, I think the printing is just pretty cool. It's bland, and of course it does leave marks because they're just all solid and black and they're quite shiny figures, but still it's pretty awesome. You can see we have the shiny part, and that is the same hat, I believe, for Goofy, who I don't own. One day I will get that set. Pretty awesome it does look. But there you can see the silver parts, which look pretty awesome. I do like the silver, it looks pretty awesome. But yeah, there you can see what it looks like, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, those are the only minifigures in the set. So now let's take a look at the stand, then the set itself. And then taking a look at the stand that is included is pretty awesome. I like the fact that they've done this. Honestly, I think it's one of those cases where they have the price point done, and they're like, what do we do to bump it up to piece count? Which is pretty awesome. They could not have just included it, so it's great that they did. But yeah, it's of course the Mickey and Minnie outline. You have the 1928 plaque, which I believe that is when Steamboat Willie was done. Yes, that is when Steamboat Willie was done. But yeah, it looks a pretty awesome plaque. I do like the look of it, and you can simply just remove that and add it face down or flat down. And the idea is that you can add Minnie and Mickey, because the ears are sort of like stages, and that is the idea that you can do that, which is pretty awesome. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, no, sorry, they're not meant to go there. They're meant to go on the one down here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, I think it's a good idea that they added that just to something else. But honestly, I prefer just to keep it as a stand. I think it works. And if you want to just to see, you can sort of do it like that. But of course, that doesn't look too good. But yeah, that's what it looks like, which is pretty awesome. Now let's take a look at Steamboat Willie. So taking a look at Steamboat Willie itself, it is a pretty huge model, I have to admit. Of course, I wouldn't say it's as big as it should be for this price, but it is, well, it's quite a condensed build, I think is why it's quite an expensive set. It's quite colourful as well, it's quite rainbowy. But anyway, here you can see we have Mickey Mouse, which is pretty awesome. So moving over to this side, you can see we have these massive wheels, which is pretty cool. Then we have the SS Willie, and then we have the 1928 plaque down here, which these are printed, of course, as their ideas which sadly that did get broken with Sesame Street, but hey, we did get amazing molded pieces, so there was a price willing to pay there. You can see we have this little hatch, and then we've got this little bird, which I'm sorry, this may be a character, but honestly, I'm not really sure where it comes from. It might ring a bell. Apparently that's from Friends, I heard someone say, so yeah, I'm familiar with that theme, of course. But yeah, here you can see this, which is pretty cool. I like the fact that there's quite a lot of space on the deck, so you can have Mickey here and you can have Minnie, which is pretty cool. You can probably add some other characters if you wanted to. Which then here you can see this little flag, which is pretty cool. And moving along the ship, you can see we have the 1928 printed element, and here it nearly said sticker. And then we have the wheel, which is pretty cool. We've got some like window gaps, or what they mostly would be. You can see the whole of the ship, which is pretty nice. And I really like the fact that this is all studs not on top. It's actually upside down, which is pretty cool. Like, you can see it under here. It's basically, having a look at this, all of that is built underneath, and that's one thing I'd say, it does get scratched. But yeah, it's all built underneath, which is quite interesting. Like, that's one thing that I really liked about this set. I just thought it was cool. But then taking a look over here you can see this area, which is pretty cool. You have these like pans, which are nice. You have this back door. Of course, that is shut, you can't open it. And then you have this little crate, which, as you can see, has some cargo that says potato bin, which I do believe was in the animated short. They just wouldn't include it, I wouldn't say, for the sake of it. Well, there is a tendency for that sometimes. But then you have this little cranking mechanism, which the idea of this, of course, is that you can lower this. So if it hasn't been loaded onto the ship yet, of course, the idea is that you can do that, and it will go down, and then you can hook it up quite simply, and then you can do it like that. I'm never a fan of these string things. I'm gonna admit it, because they either get loose and they come off, and I can't tie them, so that's a little bit of an issue there. But honestly, apart from that, I think it does work pretty well. There you can see that, which is cool. You've got this little fin at the back, which is held on by that clip, and you have a bucket. So yeah, that is sort of this area of Steamboat Willie. There is that side, and there is, of course, a better shot of that side. But now I'm going to quickly put this on the stand. So taking a look at Steamboat Willie for a higher angle, you can see we have the funnels, which the idea is you simply move it. There is so much tech that goes into it, and it can all go wrong. You have to be so careful. And simply, it literally, if I just do that, just goes up and down, up and down. It's honestly not that noticeable, but that is what it does, which is pretty awesome. I like the fact that it can do that. I think it works pretty well. And then you can see we have the funnels, which of course generally blow out steam. Steamboat Willie, of course. And there you can see that, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, I would definitely recommend, like I just did, when you take it, just quickly pop them off to dust it. And then taking a look at here, which this is of course where Steamboat Willie is whistling and doing his iconic part, which there you can see the inside. It has the great base plate, it has the life saver, and then you also have the light great wheel, which is included in the CMF. And what we can quickly do is just pop off this wall, so you can see that, which is pretty awesome. I have to admit, I do like the fact that they do include that. And yeah, so you can fit Minnie and Mickey in there, of course, only one at a time though, which is pretty awesome. I have to admit, the scale, it doesn't work the best for them, but hey, it still turns out okay. So what you simply do, you add this, and then of course you put that back in there. This has got those parts, so it kind of guides you where to go, and you have the bell in the corner, and then you simply pop it on, and there you can see Mickey, which is pretty awesome, and he is the one who drives it in the animation, which is pretty cool. And here you can see just that reverse tile blocking off some space, which is nice, and you can see just a better shot at the funnels. But yeah, that is Steamboat Willie. So of course there's actually not too much to show with this set, but still it's honestly such a great display piece. And if you're a Disney fan or someone of like media or something like that, this most probably would end up being your cup of tea because of just what historical value it has. Well, not this model of course, but Steamboat Willie itself, the animation. But yeah, let me quickly set this back up and I'll give my final thoughts. And one thing I did also forget, you do get a Mjolnir hammer, which of course is just a mallet in this set. But this set, overall guys, I think this set honestly is such an incredible set. But whatever you do, do not pay full price. It is a great set, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth that, like, 751 pieces. I'm not sure if I said that earlier. But yeah, point being, it's not, I wouldn't say it's worth for 751 pieces. I just don't think it's worth the £80 and the $90 and the €90. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great set. But the Yeah, I don't know. It's just the amount of stuff you get. You get one boat and you get a little plaque. It just doesn't feel like it's hit that. But honestly, if you get it 50% off, look on eBay. You really can get some great deals on this set. Because, yeah, it's a great set. Don't get me wrong. I rate it. It would get higher ratings. But then the price really downs it. Because it's a great set, don't get me wrong. If this was at 75 at full, that would have been fine. But yeah, well, actually, no, this is £8 set. So no, if this was about 65, that would have been great. So that is my thoughts, guys. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sorry if I went on a bit of rant there. But anyway, guys, I hope to see you in tomorrow's video. I'll see you there. Bye for now.